Morning. I was just finishing something off. I've got stuff to do, places to go. But I just thought I'd come on quickly because I'm going to come on tonight about 8 o'clock-ish, I think. Just for a little chat about I went over to someone's channel yesterday and I'm just like, and it is a chat on the Great Awakening of how I perceive it, and the whole thing with Trump and Q and other stuff, because it's all connected, and how I perceive it, it's all linked, because it is all linked. Hi, National Memorial Gardens, and howdy. Someone said something, they were like, oh, it's a psyop and all this, and I'm like, there's people out there who believe in, and I do as well, timelines are changing, energies are changing. Hi, Effie, and all this is changing. I'm on my tablet, so it looks dark in here. Timelines are changing, and lots of things are changing. Hi, Sue. Hi, Miss Chime. And some people can't perceive that. I've said this before, something had to, and somebody had to come in the physical realm, which is, hi, Linda, which is where we reside on Earth in 3D, whatever you want to call it. People call it different things. Jack's getting a bit happy. That something had to come in to wake the sleeping up of the 3D stuff, as the news and how the news lie and this, that and the other. That's not just the Great Awakening. There's more beyond that. So that's what I want to re-go over tonight, just to put out there to people. Maybe someone had to be brought in to an awakening of the 3D stuff, because that is what's going on, but that's not all of it. There's many layers to do with this. So I just find it funny that some people on other channels, I'm not getting at them people, I'm just saying, have they ever thought about it, that if they think, hi Mark, timelines are changing and they believe in all that, well, why couldn't a timeline changed for something that was coming in, hence Q and Trump? Someone had to come into that arena, because it is an arena and it is theatre, to shake the sleeping up, so then they can sort of start doing the stuff. And I did just show on my community page, resonate with it or not, but I will be talking about it tonight, of how I see it. I did just put on my community page, just let me find it, a video by I don't know if the channel's called Where We Go One We Go All. Yeah, it is. So the channel Where We Go One We Go All, it's this channel. I don't know if you can see it. Oh no, it's just changed over. Sorry, that's not even, why did that do that? Where We Go One We Go All, this one. Where We Go One We Go All, about how Trump had told, and was the only one who picked the phone up in 2009. So I'll just find a little bit of that, but I just don't get how, some people just don't.
That checked out.
This is about
a lot of
Epstein and stuff.
On a lot of people, or at least gave notice to some pretty connected people that I wanted to talk to them. He is the only person who picked up the phone and said,
Trump,
let's just talk. I'll give you as much time as you want. I'll tell you what you need to know. And was very helpful in the information that he gave, and gave no indication whatsoever that he was involved in anything untoward whatsoever, but had good information that checked out and that helped us, and that we didn't have to take a deposition of him. That was in 2009? That was in 2009.
Epstein didn't kill himself. Also, they've been trying to cover it up, painting the room up, making it look like, I don't know, it was a whatever it was, which it wasn't, if people have been doing the research. And it was showing you on that video small bits about Syria and how they've lied about stuff over there, and all that good stuff, and people still think it's a psyop, and it's like, what do people not get? But they're still trying to impeach. The thing is, let them do it, because there's the laws and all that to do with how they go about that stuff's still going to come out. Either way, they've lost. And at the end of the day, if I forgot what I was going to say then. All this is coming out, and there's a lot of people who will sit out there and they'll say they're spiritual, and that's why I'm on the side of Lady V, because she talks about it as well. Is you can't just think all the time it's the same side of the coin. It trumps the same side of the coin. It has been like that, but like I said, if you're believing in timeline changes and the world is changing, someone had to come in somewhere and have been collecting this information for years. Because remember, we were talking about patience the other day. It's not give it me right now, give it me right now. Why is it not speeding up? Why can't I see anything? Because that's what everyone's moaning about. We've been waiting patiently for 3.5 years for this. Patiently observing and watching both sides, by the way, because I've been in both sides of, and that's why when people come on my channel and go, oh, I'm glad you're going back to the, I never lost my sort of spiritual sense, because I knew deep down here that this whole plan of that side for the Muggles and everybody, it just felt right. Never wavered off it. So I just want to say, because I am very passionate about that, and I don't get when people think they're so in the spiritual realms or whatever that they can't see that it has to come out in the physical. That's how manifestation works anyway. Something has to come in here. Who would it be then? He's not a saviour. We're doing it ourselves, but he's waking up the people, especially the sleeping people, to one of the big controllers out there, which is lamestream media. I call it lamestream mafia media worldwide, because if they're not awake to that, they're not going to wake up. And people are starting to scratch their heads about the media. So when Trump does shout out fake news, it is fake news, but don't forget, it's starting to trickle out, so everyone will think, well, it's fake news because Trump said no, but it is ready to come out. And this is what has been preparing us for quite a few years. And you're seeing bits trickle out here and there, and like, oh, to prepare people. So I'm not into all the new age stuff, as in, like Lady V says, everything's airy fairy, because there are things out there, but you can process it and transmute it, and it is all good. But you've got the thing is, you've just got to be aware of what's going on, so you don't get caught up in the shit. Like, I don't go on and on about that sort of stuff now like I used to a bit ago, because I can see what's going on. We got told to chill out about it. Was it the beginning of the show? Always said sit down, watch the show, because it is theatre. But he's had to get on the theatre stage to show people, but to get them to question everything themselves and research themselves, because there's coded things out there, but it's to get you to research yourself. So it's not like that, don't believe me, don't believe that person there, don't believe that person up there who's got millions of subscribers on their channel. Do it yourself, because this is how we win the game, by doing it ourselves, going within and seeing. But we can talk about it, because that's why I talk about bits of it. It's not to get too wrapped up in it, but we are seeing what's going on, because I believe there's going to be a time when the sleeping, the sheeple, the Muggles, what the names we call the people who are not yet awake, will be helping them go through it when the shit really hits the fan, with the 3D, I call it the 3D side of it. But there's also another side beyond the veil. So there's two sides, and when they come through that, they've got not a long way, but it will help them go within, because trauma, what people class as bad stuff, finding out a lot of stuff you didn't even know existed in the world, as people would see as bad or evil or whatever, will shake you up and will make you go within. And that's the whole thing where I believe, thank you, Miss Chime, that when people go through this, they will want to come to love. Someone was saying this morning, I don't know, I was watching something about, manifest and all that. You'll be doing it out of love. Everything will be out of love. There's too many greedy people out there who do stuff because they just want, but they want for the wrong reasons sometimes. Self. But when you come to this and realise what's really been going on, it does make you fold in yourself, and it does make you sort of like be a hermit for a bit, to be away from all that negative energy and people telling you this, that and the other, and you start learning, and then you come out like a butterfly. Like I said yesterday, you go in a chrysalis mode, which I've been in. That's why I love my chrysalis deck. And then we emerge as a butterfly and we rise in truth and light and love and all that. And then you realise that if we were all like that, which we would be when we start doing the work, there isn't going to be no hate, no you're lying, tell the truth. Everything will be coming from truth and love because everyone will be going within and doing their divine work and realising all this stuff that they put out there is crap to keep you divided, as we know. So it is still interlinked. For me, the Trump and the Q thing, because people go, I'm not into politics. I'm not into politics. I've never voted in my life. Hi, Dave. I've never been into politics. But this time I knew this was something. I mean, Trump's not even in the UK. It's not like I'm going, yeah, he's you know, he's the NMP or whatever. I'm not even into all that. I'm not even watching the shit show that's going on over here because, you know, America sneezes and the whole world gets a cold. So that's why I always say, look that way because, you know, the last beacon of hope that's been helping us. And I don't take too much notice of what's going on with Brexit because I know in my heart it's all going to be dealt with. We're just waiting patiently. So that to me is all interlinking, many layers beyond that. Even like when you come through all the shit, all the rabbit holes, like I've said, you can look in them, you just don't get stuck in them. And you might come to the flat earth realm sort of thing. Maybe you will, maybe you won't, but you normally do after all the lies because we know we've been lied to. But there's stuff beyond that. That's one of the major ones, but there is stuff beyond that, is why they're hiding all that. That's what I believe anyway. But yeah, I'm just like, someone had to come in somewhere to trigger people into, oh my God, I better look at this myself instead of sitting there listening to lamestream mafia media and taking it all for a God-given truth that everything they say is real. When everyone's starting to scratch their heads now, even people that are still asleep to other stuff, starting to scratch their head at like, this news isn't making sense. Trump's bringing the troops home, so we should be doing all the fake man-made wars. Trying to kill strong men off and all that. And, you know, I'm not saying shit doesn't go down in countries, but we know it's for resources, this, that, and even many other stuff, child trafficking and all that. But if you're researching, you'll know this, you know. So I just wanted to say that. So I've near enough said it, but I will be coming on tonight, going over what I've just said and maybe adding a little bit more because I'm off to do some things and other things might come in. Yeah, the media does stink, but I do believe there'll be a time like Fox News, parts of Fox News and stuff, and Hannity and those good people will come up through the ranks and they'll be putting the truth out. So that's where people will get confused. This is where people do get confused because they go, oh, it's the media, they're lying. You said the media was lying. Yeah, but the people who are doing it will be taken out and new people will be putting on. Where the news now? Q said that. Where the news? Where the news? It's people like, a lot of people in the UK don't like Farage and Piers Morgan. Well, they say it like it is, like Trump, and people get offended, and that's what's up with too many people today. They get offended. So please don't get lost in all the new agey stuff, though I like that, but there's some new agey stuff. Don't forget there's people out there acting like that to try and say, you know, don't look at it, just sit there. No, you can look at it. It's about not getting lost in it and taking too much of it on. It's about being aware, consciousness. So, you know, that's what I'd say. I'd just say, watch this space. But like I said, the channel Where We Go, One We Go All, that was a brilliant bit on the Epstein thing and how they're trying to cover up. We all know mainstream media cover stuff up. So, you know, Trump's the only one that answered the phone call and give the evidence, had nothing to do with it anyway. The others didn't, did they? They're just trying to cover it all up. But like I said, I'm just sitting back and watching the show. That's why I don't talk about it so much, because it's about it when it starts hitting properly. We'll talk a bit more on it, but like I said, popcorn time, harvest time, isn't it? Getting the weeds out from the wheat or whatever they say. So Sweru, the Palladian, has gone, yes, I watched that video last night, but she's still with the gang. But I see that as help. There's a lot of people on other channels that have gone as well off, like Q channels and that, because they say we've won. They've got help in other places. So that's change coming in again to me because, but then again, talking about dense energy, because it is hard here on this realm with so much of the dense energy at the minute, and I totally understand that because a lot of us go, oh, you know, a lot of us want to go, oh, I could just go off somewhere else and stuff. So I'm meditating in a bit. I've got other stuff to do, so I'm going to see what comes in there with Ellen. It was really funny that Ellen, who comes in chat now and again, is a medium. I've been a medium for 30 years, so you just never know. I love Piers. I agree with most of the things. Yeah, we're not saying we agree with everything, you know, we resonate, but he is one of them who's got balls and he will speak out against what's going on. And he does do it a bit like Trump and Farage. They just say it as it is. Say it as it is. We're not covering things up or pussyfooting around people because I'm offended. And I feel offended. I'm going to have to go and get the glasses now. You know, I just can't be doing with it. I can't be doing with all this. Oh my God, I feel offended. You know, Trump said this or Farage said this or Piers Morgan said, oh my God, I'm so offended. Well, you need to grow a set of balls and stop feeling offended, because normally you're offended when it's the truth, you know? But I just want to say, it's true though, you know? And a lot of these people who shout out, as we know about the Ford thing, because that's off the Ford and Kavanaugh thing, is, yeah, I love Trump too, is most of these people who shout out, like you said, those that shout the loudest, people on YouTube, people, Democrats, people everywhere, all over the world, people who are 17 in the house, people who are, you know, trolls on YouTube doing videos on other people, all that, those that shout the loudest, who do that and get stuck in that, yeah, Eddie is okay, it's great too, are the ones that are normally doing the thing that they're accusing the other person of. So the news do it. There's people on YouTube that do it, all the haters, all the ones that are like, you know, trolls, trolling people, because there is paid shields and people out there. As we know, there's paid agents and everything. People do get a bit paranoid by it, by the way. So we do get that, and we know that. Yes, I know of Red Pill Phil. He lives around the corner from me. Yeah, and the haters will hate, but these people are going to be shown, they're going to be out of the dark into light, they're going to be seen for what they are, and that's what's beginning to happen. So, hi Memory Bubble, I've got to go out. I'm going out after, so I'll be looking about. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I'll check my emails after. So, you left a comment and I responded. I can't remember. Was that me? I don't know. So yeah, the people show the true colours. It can be quite hard to get around stuff because people say, oh, it's this, you know, there's a lot of disinformation. Of course there is. It's all to confuse you. But that's why we go with our heart. It's not what you're told off the news. It's not what other people tell you. That's why I say, don't believe anything I'm saying. And if you think I'm being a bit whack with all the orbs and stuff at the minute, check it out yourself. And I know a lot of you are doing it in chat, and we've got people like Memory Bubble who do it as well. Have great channels to show what's going on. And the truth is within you anyway. You don't need anyone to validate what you're saying, because you get it from here. I'd also emailed you on Halloween. Oh, sorry, I will check them. I'm really rubbish at checking my emails, and sometimes they go in spam. Sometimes it's hard to find them because they just seem to disappear for some strange unknown reason. So I'm gonna go because, like I said, I'll be on tonight about 8. If the time changes a bit later, I'll let you know. But I'm just thinking, no, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock I'll be on that a bit later. Because I'm sure some other stuff's gonna come in, and I've got something to do, so I'm gonna see if something comes in as well. But I hope you've been enjoying my old videos as well. And last night I didn't share it with you. I just did one for it, and I was like, brilliant. So it's just really exciting. I will check. I'm getting like, don't know why. And that message off Psychic Bob yesterday was brilliant. And funnily enough, it was Ellen, a spirit guide. It's just funny that I'm always drawing women's faces. And the picture that I was doing, you know, that just pops up out of my head yesterday. I decided to put purple in it because purple is psychic energy. So this one. And also a picture Finn did just before we go. He did a picture at school for bonfire night. Obviously bonfire night yesterday, and the sky was beautiful red this morning. It was gorgeous. And I said, oh, what's that? He said, it's a bonfire picture that he did at school. But when I was looking at it, it reminded me of, let me see if you can see what I can see. And it doesn't matter, it's just what I perceive. Now, this is his picture of a bonfire. So obviously there's people stood round, and I'll just show you. So that's his picture of a bonfire. I'm assuming, I don't know, obviously this is the bonfire, and this is either the people round or the fireworks, which is a bit like viewing it from above. But also, it looks a bit like the cosmos, the all-seeing eye. You know, I just thought, oh, high five flames. So that was his sort of picture to me, looking like it was a bird's eye view of looking down, because it sort of would look like that. So, but to me, it looked a bit like energies in the, you know, the all-seeing eye. And that's why I put eyes and things on stuff, because that's us in unity. I can never say it, the Visiclif of Pisces, I can never say it. It's not a scary thing, it's just that some secret societies use it, but it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I call it a bit like your third eye, so, you know, because these don't always tell you the truth. Good morning, night watching from Dallas. Oh, thank you, Eric. Oh, night watching from Dallas. Oh, yes, the time over there. Thank you. Yeah, children see things we don't. Exactly, and that's why I've always said before we go, with the spirit realm here, and me capturing it as well, and other people, that's why they say a lot of spirits do go to children, because they're not scared, or kids might say they've got invisible friends and this, that and the other. So because you've got to be open to it, and you've got to be coming from a loving state and not fear-based state. That's, you know, how they come, obviously. So I'm going to go, and I'll see you about 9 o'clock. I'm off to do some meditating and other stuff, and stuff to do today, and I'll see what that brings in. So yeah, so hi to Eric, hi to Dave, Miss Chime, Flora, I can never say your name, is it Avlaco Kitter? I can never say it. Effie, Nathan, Chris, Matt, just going down a bit, National Memorial Gardens, Memory Bubble. Have I missed anyone out? Linda, Don, and anyone else that may have just come in or was up further up the list. I'm just scrolling through a little bit. Yeah, so have a beautiful day, and I'll see what pops in later. But I am going to go over that sort of, to me, what the Great Awakening is, because it's more than just waking up to the media. It's more than just waking up to Q and Trump. It's more than just actually waking up to what shape place we live on. It's more than that, and that's why it's called the Great Awakening. That's how I see it anyway. So I shall, yeah, catch you later, and yeah, have a good day, and I'll see you later. Bye. Do-do-do.